Hey, my little Brussels sprouts, what's good with you? It's your girl T Flow coming back at you with some love and wisdom from my heart to yours. And just wanted to take y'all through this journey that I'm on. Yesterday, I did a video and I said it was day 2 of a dry fast that I'm on, and it's actually today will complete day 4. I looked at the calendar this morning and realized that I started on Tuesday. Today's Friday. Yeah, here I am in nature on this trail where I love to be. It's so peaceful. You learn so much from nature, just telling you from experience. It'll show you life and as it is and as it should be. Just wanted to take you through a little bit about what my body's going through, this vessel, this ain't my body. Nothing belongs to us. I don't know if you know that. We're here having a human experience. So spirits here on this earth having a human experience, and there's nothing that we can take with us whenever we leave or whenever we transition. So the need for attachment there's none. Like, there's no need for attachment. There's no need for fear, because whatever happens is meant for you to experience, right? And this life is short, so live it. Choose joy. That's my motto, is to choose joy. And so here I am. Like I said yesterday, I experiment with my body all the time, with my mental, and test my discipline in terms of elevating myself spiritually. And so I was called to fast, and there's several fasts that I've been on, and this one has by far, for some reason, been the hardest, because I'm not just doing it, right? Like, there's a purpose, and I guess there's always a purpose, but the purpose has gotten deeper. So I am in the process of fully surrendering, and that means that not everybody can go with me, right? And so me being the people person that I am and the family oriented person that I am, it's been a tough battle. It's been a tough lesson for me to go through, to grow through. I like to say to grow through. And just wanted to share with y'all, because it might resonate with somebody that's feeling how I was feeling, just trapped and longing, not necessarily longing, but knowing that there's something more and there's a bigger purpose for my existence. When my nephew transitioned, it changed my life and it changed me. And I was talking to my brother about it. Like, there's a purpose for his death, even as tragic as it was. There's a purpose for it. And my brother asked me, well, what do you think it is? Well, it's going to be different for everybody that experienced it. And for me, it sparked a journey, a spiritual journey, for me to really and truly go within and sit with the trauma and the pain that I have experienced in this lifetime, even other lifetimes. I'm finding things out about my ancestors and the things that they've been through, finding things out about my mom and a lot of her traumas, and figuring out why it is that what makes me me, right? So I asked the question of, who am I? I've been asking this question. I've been pondering this question for quite some time. Who am I? Why am I here? What's my purpose? And we're all connected, right? So I am my mom, I am my dad, I am you. And that connection keeps us empowered, if you will, because if I am you, the power that lies in you also resides in me. And so if I have the power to heal myself, guess what you have? You too have the power to heal yourself. And so that's the journey. That's the purpose of my existence, is to teach people how to go within and really sit with their trauma, and really sit with who they are, really sit with them, and put the focus back on them and away from everything and all these outside influences that keep us distracted, that keep us blinded. And here I am, y'all, day 4. Some things that I'm going through, fatigue, of course, that's to be expected, right? I haven't had any type of food or water or drink, and your mind will play tricks on you. Like, I was at the park, I did a meditation, and was walking by, and these 2 women were having lunch, a picnic lunch at the table out there at the park, and my eyes fixated on their iced tea, and I could just feel it in my mouth. Like, oh, I would sweeten mine with agave, right? So, and I would make mine herbal. I wouldn't have black tea because it's too stimulating. Yeah, that's the nerd in me, right? So yeah, chamomile. I would definitely do an iced chamomile tea with some agave. Okay, I'm torturing myself. Anyway, so yeah, your mind fixates on things just like it does in your day-to-day. We fixate on what people are going to think about us if or when I do a certain thing, or wear a certain thing, or say certain things, or talk in a certain way, versus just being. Just be uniquely your unique, beautiful self, and you'll watch how people will they'll just leave you alone because they think you're crazy, or they'll gravitate you because they feel the love that you are radiating. And so my mouth is really dry. I don't know if you can tell. Ain't no shame in my game. I know what I'm going to put my body through, and so it's to be expected, right? I'm thirsty as hell. Golly, I'm thirsty. It's not even hungry. At night I've been getting hunger pangs, but I'm thirsty. And what's so funny is that I didn't always drink a lot of water, but I did my best to do diligence to consume a lot of fruit. And I like to say, Dr. Sebi told the truth. Eat water, drink plants, because Dr. Sebi told the truth. And what that means is a lot of our foods, a lot of the water that we intake comes from our foods, but we mess them up. We mess the foods up. Like, you want to do your best at eating raw fruits and vegetables because it's in its pristine state, and it has the most water. Whenever we cook our vegetables, we cook all the water and the nutrients out of them. That's why if you ever took zucchini and put it in a pot and then boiled it, there will be water in the bottom of the pot without you even putting any in there, because all the moisture is being drawn out of it. And so yeah, you could eat raw zucchini. I actually sliced some in a circle. I went raw vegan a few years back for a month, and that was probably the most enlightening situation. But anyways, and I made what was called brachos, and I got the raw zucchini and I sliced them up like they were tortilla chips, and I diced up onion and tomato and cucumber, and I didn't do jalapeno. I think I did bell pepper for the peppery flavor, and I made a avocado sauce with avocados, limes, cilantro, and garlic and onion powder probably, and blended. It's on my Instagram, but I blended it up and put it on top of the zucchini, and with the diced tomatoes and stuff. Oh, it's so beautiful, and it was so delicious. It was so delicious, y'all. And again, I'm torturing myself, right? But you get a lot of water from that. There's so much water in that. Like, think about a tomato when you cut it. When you cut into a tomato, all the juice that flows out, right? And if we cook that, of course, it renders all the juices and makes a delicious sauce, but we're not getting the full nutrients. So you want to do the majority of your foods, raw fruits and vegetables, if you want to have optimal health, in my opinion, my personal opinion, right? Anyway, back to the fast. Yeah, I keep licking my lips because they're dry as ever. Actually, matter of fact, I think I have my keys. Put some oil on them because my saliva just evaporates. It's just Vaseline. Anyway, like I said, I'm dry, and I'm dry. My skin is dry. It's itchy. But the research and the reading that I've done is I'm drying out. When you dry your cells out, it all of the water evaporates from your cells. So it's just like when you put salt on something. Okay, so whenever you put your body through a fast and you don't consume water, you dry your cells out. And what happens when your cells dry out is all the water depletes from the cells. And so essentially you're dehydrating your cells. Well, you dehydrate your cells, and then when you rehydrate them, it's like they're starting over. It's like a reset, right? I don't know if that makes sense, but also whenever you put your body through that, it takes all the salt out. And so if you've ever gone to the ocean, or if you've ever studied or researched any type of healing, they'll tell you salt is very cleansing. And so if you've ever gone to the ocean and you've swam in the ocean in the salt water, and you've gotten out and you felt just cleansed, right? That's the salt that's in the water that cleanses you. Plus the water, it's flowing, and it's ancient, all that deep shit. But yeah, so the salt it's gonna flush your body. But there's things you need to do that I didn't talk about yesterday. So you want a dry brush. I have a dry brush, but I've also gotten a quartz crystal, and I've just I don't want to say scratched, but with a little bit of force, and just rubbed it on my body, created friction on my body, and just kind of irritated the skin with it, because quartz is also here, actually I'll show you quartz. Quartz is actually, this is clear quartz, and it's actually like the stones of stones, because it's clear. And if you shine a light through it, you can't see it, I can see it right now, but when you shine a light through it, it radiates rainbow, and so it holds all colors, and so it's very healing. Quartz is very healing, and it's also very powerful. Whenever you are like electricity, a lot of times electricity, and the pyramids, the Great Pyramids, actually it wasn't stone, it was actually quartz that covered the Great Pyramid, because of the energy that it absorbs. And just do your research, right? You can fact check me, I don't care. But so I'll take that quartz and I'll just rub it on my body and kind of get the blood flowing, because when you are going through a fast, you're also detoxing, and the skin is the largest organ for you to detox from. So a lot of times whenever you're detoxing, you'll get a rash, and I am no different, right? I've gotten a rash, and I know it's detox. My sister thought it was poison ivy, but I still have it, and I was fasting during the time that I gotten it. And so you get a rash, it itches, you're gonna be itchy. If you're truly deeply detoxing, it's itchy, and it may ooze. Just to be completely honest with you, some of the sores that I've gotten, when they've busted, they've oozed, and I'm just healing some deep embedded stuff, and just years and years of not eating right. Growing up, whenever I was young, we ate a lot of fried pork chops, fried chicken, salmon croquette, catfish. And catfish are not clean. That's not a clean animal. They're called the pigs of the sea, because they're bottom dwellers, and a bottom dweller will eat all the trash and stuff off the bottom of the floor of the bottom of the bed of the water, right? So it's not a clean fish to eat. You want to eat fish that are in the middle. I forgot the technical term, but anyway, yeah, catfish. We had a lot of fried catfish. We had a lot of beef, a lot of pork, and these are things that it's flesh, and it has energies in it. And whenever you are consuming animals, the last thing that they feel, if it's not being killed in like halal, if you ever heard of halal, it's a ritual. A lot of Native Americans, whenever they would hunt, it would be a ritual, and they would say a prayer over their kill before they take it back, and they used that to feed the village. It wasn't something that I just went to the grocery store and looked at it and picked out and buy. That's very emotionless, right? Emotionless. And so these are things that we consume, and so I'm clearing all that. I'm clearing all of the trauma and everything that was inherited to me, passed down to me from generation to generation, because when I've looked back into my family history, it's full of trauma, and just some things that I want. If this is something that you want to embark on, I'm not going to tell you to do it. But if something that you choose to do, just from my experience, day 4 was a little weak, and so you want to take things slow. If you're still working, I've chosen freedom, and so and trusting that the universe is going to provide for me. Don't get me wrong, I do I do have avenues where I do make money, but I understand that money is energy, and I can call it to me, right? And so, if you are in a strenuous work environment, I advise that you maybe do it on a weekend, or maybe do like a weekend thing, or take some time off. Why do you have to be obligated to show up for somebody? If you want to take time off to tap into your spiritual and tap into who you are and do some health healing, some self-healing, then do it. If they don't understand that, and they tell you that if you're not going to come back to a job, then find another one. Like that's just my mindset. Like I'm not gonna be tied down to just one thing. I'm a Pisces, and we like to flow. We like to go, and we like to flow. And I am not. I don't identify with just being one person. Like I'm not tied down to just one profession or one thing. I'm all. And so what that means is, when I was born free, and nobody is going to control me and my time and tell me how much I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. I'm worth this. I'm worth all this nature that I'm surrounded by, this peace that I get to walk in. And you are too. You're worth everything that you've ever wanted, and worth everything that you've ever dreamed of. You just have to make a decision. Make a decision. And it's not about chasing the money either. It's about you showing and expressing love and doing the work. Lightening that heart. Ma'at. Lighten your heart. Okay? Just some things to think about. I told myself every time I went to the refrigerator and opened it, because that's a habit of mine. Whenever I am consuming, I emotion eat. And so, or it's a distractor. So I'll be doing something and be in the heart of it, and then I'll think, oh, I need to go to the refrigerator and get something to drink, or I want a snack, or there's some applesauce in the refrigerator. It's always gone back to food, right? So I told myself, whenever I go to the refrigerator and I open it and look in it, then that's 5 to 15 minutes of meditation that I have to do. And so far I haven't opened it for the dogs, because I put a little some in their stuff, in their food. But so far I've been pretty good about it. Some other things, that's another thing, you want to be meditating. Tap into who you are within. Do some chanting. If you don't know what chanting is, you can go on YouTube. There's all kinds of videos that you can look up. One of the chants that I do is, it's an ancient Kemetic chant, and it's a word, it's Zen-Uru, and I say that over and over, and just chant it, and just go within and breathe and feel my heart space. I do a protection pyramid of light prayer, where I protect myself with the pyramid of light, and I just do my thing. And then I go where I'm guided. And if I encounter somebody, I share a smile, because I ain't wearing no mask. I share a smile, and I send them love, because when you start to tune in and tap on, you'll start to tune in and tap on, tune into everybody's frequency and everybody's energy, and you'll feel if there's a need for love there. And so you'll just send them love. You ain't got to say anything to them, just send them love. If I pass a wreck, a lot of times, or when I pass a wreck, I put my hand over my heart, and I just send love and protection and healing over whoever was involved. And the same thing goes if I walk by somebody and I just feel that there's a lack of love there, if they're in need of love, I just send them love. I just send them love and light. Right? Just send them love and light. Another thing is to make sure you're out in nature and you're breathing in this beautiful ass shit. This Ralph Smart says prana. That's from deep within, that beautiful prana. You want to bring it up, but just bring it in. Just bring it in. Bring it in, and appreciate where you're at. Like Alice Stone says, love where you're at. Keep the dirt on the surface and love where you're at. Yeah. Stay strong. Whenever you get to the point where you're gonna break or bend, you gotta go within and take a deep breath. There's a lot of power in deep breaths. Just take a deep breath. Team breath. I used to, whenever I was coaching basketball, whenever I would feel the team start to get rattled, and it would show. I would always call a timeout and just make them take a deep breath. Team breath. Everybody take a team breath, and everybody at the same time just breathe out. And then if people look at me like I was crazy, we take another one. Take it in, hold it, and breathe out. One of the breathing techniques that I do for meditation, I'll breathe in for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, breathe out slowly. You want to control slow breath on the way out for a count of 4, hold it, and then do that again. You want to repeat that cycle. So I'll do that, and I'll chant, and sometimes I'll do infinity breath, where I'll go in a loop to my heart, go down through my feet and come back up, and just infinity and infinity symbol. There's different techniques just to keep your mind on your breath and away from the monkey mind, because that monkey mind will take over. It'll take over and it'll keep you in suffering. I guess he was nosy. Anyways, y'all, with that being said, I just want y'all to let y'all know that there's love here for you. If you have any questions as to how I'm feeling or anything like that. What's up, Mr. Fly? You was disrespectful, landing on my nose like that. If you have any questions, whenever I break the fast, I'll go through that, and then I'll take you through the next journey. 717. That's the number that I was called to, 717. And so I'm going to take y'all through my journey, because you never know, some brave soul might be like, you know what, I want to try that. I'm being called to that. I want to try it. And so a lot of everything that we're going through, everything that you've gone through, is for a specific purpose and a specific reason. And I feel that I've been put here to teach through my experiences, teach through my healing, and versus me telling everybody what they need to do. I'm gonna do it, and then show you and teach you through my experiences. And so with that being said, I just want y'all to know that there's love here for you. And then if you need to talk, or if you need some encouragement, you need me to send you a virtual hug, or if you need to meet up and chit chat and have, whenever I'm done, some water, or go to Jamba Juice or something like that, then heck yeah, I'm all for it. And so and I'm also going to be taking y'all through some of the teas and stuff that I'm going to be using to help cleanse and purge some of the stuff we've accumulated. I'm actually have a natural health consultant. I got my certificate. I'll show it to y'all. But I have just dove right into this and head first, and there's no looking back, and nothing's going to stop me. So there's love here for you. Keep Vaseline, coconut oil. I'm not at home, so usually I put coconut oil on my lips because it's hydrating. It's a cooling oil, and so I use that on my lips, and then I use sunflower oil on my skin, because there's qualities in sunflower oil it's really good for skin healing. And so yeah, I'll hit y'all up tomorrow. I'm gonna probably post 2 videos today. I didn't do it yesterday. I don't know why. I just get procrastination. That's another thing that this is revealing and healing, right? So y'all, love, peace, and coconut hair grease, and y'all stay up. Y'all hear that?